Hello, hello, and welcome. I'm not going to keep you waiting too long tonight. We got to get in, we got to get out. Hello and welcome to HODL Harmony. Let me turn that down just a little bit. We're partying just a little too hard. Welcome to HODL Harmony, where the beat of the blockchain meets the rhythm of riches. Are you riding the crypto wave with me? How about it? I am Tom Durante, the maestro, but a humble crypto enthusiast who jumped into this wild world back in 2020 with just a GPU mining rig and a passion for passive income. I'm bullish on Bitcoin and Cardano, as you can see, as evidence in the fact that I have two little coins here. Boom, boom, boom. But I also like taking profits in other coins wherever I can. Gotta let me know if the sound is alright. I boosted the gain a little bit, so I don't have to be right up on top of this thing. You know what I mean? That was epic. What do you say? What do you say? I made a couple new songs yesterday after three new songs. Alright, here on HODL Harmony, expect daily videos with market updates, simple technical analysis to read the charts, wallet guides to keep your coins safe, stories from my ongoing mining journey, and practical crypto tips. Whether you're new or a seasoned hodler, I'm here to learn and grow with you. Remember, I may be just a few years ahead of you on your journey, but I'm no expert. So as always, do your own research, I beg you, and take responsibility for your own actions. I would ask you, on the way in, if you want to help out the channel in our mission of growth. A couple things I'll ask of you. Number one, you just gotta hit that like button. Number two, smash the subscribe. Number three, poke the notification bell so you get notified whenever I put out new content. Number four, share the show with everyone you know. That'll help us grow for show. That's what I say. That is what I say. Check it out. I'm going to do it. Oh, that's not the way. That's not what I wanted. I'm going to do it this way. Look at that. Look, we're growing. Look at us grow. That's us growing. And of course, the other things that you can do after you do those are the four basic things you can knock out real quick and in a hurry. But the things that you can do other than that are join the conversation on Discord, and I finally got a chance to go ahead and pin that comment so it stays up no matter what. And of course, join me on my Patreon. You can check that out. There's links in the description to all of those things. So let's go ahead. You see, I got a new on-air sign, and we're going to go ahead and beam in our special guest. As always, beaming in. The crew of the USS Enterprise NCC 1701, the OG, the TOS crew, of course. So those of you, we got 4 people watching on YouTube, you gotta let me know how my sound is. Can you hear that grungy, dirty Moscow techno vibes? Gotta let me know how it sounds. I kind of know, but I'm not sure 100%. So anyway, I hope you had a great day. I hope you're going to have a great evening. And I hope, there's another one. I hope you had a great day. Hope you're having a great night. Hope you're going to have a great evening. And I hope this show is going to be a part of it. I got to go back and remember. Oh, you know what? I did write that down, didn't I? Let's see. Anyway, sorry. Where is it? Where's my notes? Hope you're having a great day. Hope you're having a great day. That's repetitive. That's why I thought there were 4, but there's not. Hope you're having a great day. Hope you had a great day. Hope you had a great evening. Have a great evening. And I hope this show will be a part of it, but that doesn't make sense because there's a double one in there, and we don't need any of that. I got a cool new phone stand, and it's just holding my phone right here, just out of sight. Just out of sight. You can see that it's just out of sight. You can see that you can't see that it's just out of sight. All right, let's get into the crypto news. Let me put you in on it here. Please ignore those. I get my Brave notifications so I can earn my basic attention token. So anytime you hear that, you know I'm earning some basic attention tokens for my attention to this matter. All right. Also, you can see up above, right about here. I always forget what side things are on. Got to go the opposite. You can see we've mined 500 sats so far since we've started this live stream. Congratulations, team. All right, here we go. Oh my goodness, I already did this. Okay, here we go. So, our news for today, and I may just read off the computer, it's just easier. All right, the crypto market rises 1.2% to $3.52 trillion. The global crypto market cap surged to 1.2% with $105 billion in trading volume as 92 of the top 100 coins gained, driven by Bitcoin's climb above $119,000. If only we could break some resistance here. And Ethereum nearing 3,900. Ethereum nears 3,900 rally. Ethereum rallied towards $3,900 on July 28th, with analysts predicting it could hit $13,000. Keep dreaming. I don't know. Maybe I'll be proven wrong, but also I don't particularly care. As early as Q4, boosted by ETF inflows and a strong breakout, Ruble-backed crypto. I'm not sure what. Oh, ruble. Excuse me. I know how to read and I know what that word is. I actually have rubles. Ruble-backed crypto transfers hit $40 billion. Transfers using ruble-backed crypto coins exceed $40 billion after a July spike, highlighting Russia's growth. And isn't that appropriate? I was playing some Moscow vibes that I made. So there you go. Pretty appropriate if I do say so myself. Oh my God, everybody's off of my YouTube. What happened? Nobody's watching on YouTube anymore. Let's see. All right. Russia's growing use of digital assets to bypass sanctions. There you have it. BNB hits all-time high, triggers $180 million liquidations. BNB broke through $850, hitting an all-time high and triggering $180 million in liquidations as capital rotates to pre-sales and exchange tokens. XRP heading to high price dust levels. XRP is heading to a price where most people can only afford dust. What? with experts noting its recovery and potential for significant gains. I'm not exactly sure what that means. I'm pretty sure it's like $3 or something. So I don't know what they're talking about there. Satoshi Era Whales ETF. Satoshi Era Whales. ETH ETF inflows. Okay. Satoshi Era Whales are active again, if you believe it. While ETH ETF inflows hit... Why is this combined? This is very confusing. I apologize. So ETH ETF inflows hit $11 billion in July, and Ethereum turns 10 this week, marking a milestone. Well, happy birthday, little Ethereum. You're so cute. States pass new crypto and anti-money laundering laws? ATM laws. Crypto ATM laws, excuse me. It's not an acronym. I worked all day. I'm a little tired. I apologize. Blue and red states like New Zealand. I think we're having some problems here. I really think we're having some problems here. But it's alright. I'm just going to read what it says. And we'll move on with our lives. Because I have a redundancy built in here. I'm going to go actually look at the crypto news. I should have pulled up some stories, but I did not. We're just going to look at the... We're looking at the headlines, basically. Alright, red states like New Zealand are passing new crypto ATM laws to curb fraud as scammers favor the machine for illegitimate use. Prediction. XRP and Bitcoin to lose 50%? Analysts predict XRP and Bitcoin could lose 50% in the next 2 years if regulation tightens, but short-term gains look strong with BNB's rally, per the Motley Fool. You know, I don't know what the future holds, but I doubt that would happen. Lose 50%, I mean, that's just typical of a bear market. If we are to get a bear market indeed. So I'm not sure. Here's our HODL Harmonian song. A perfect segue. I don't know why, but a perfect segue for me to remind you that your body is mostly water, please. Stay hydrated and get your daily dose. All right, some Bitcoin mining specific news. Mining profitability climbed 5% in June. Bitcoin mining profitability rose over 5% in June as hash rate fell and Bitcoin price increased, with Jefferies noting a positive outlook for miners per CoinDesk. AIXA Miner launches zero investment platform. AIXA Miner launched a zero investment Bitcoin mining platform with AI-driven 3% daily returns. That's going to be annoying, isn't it? In 2025, attracting retail miners. Okay, well that's interesting. Not exactly sure what it means, but I like the music. All right, our top 5 crypto gainers for today. In as few breaths as possible. XLR up 14%, almost 15% surged on cross-chain protocol adoption. Ordinals up 13%, gained as the top performer with Bitcoin's rally. Sui up 10%, rose on market rebound and volatility. BNB up 6%, hit all-time high, triggering liquidations. Ethereum up 3%, climbed to near 3,900 on analyst predictions of 13K. That was like 1.5. You gotta give me that. Okay, anyway. I don't know why. It's just fun. Fun? Did somebody say fun? Something like pump fun. Let's see about our top losers for today. Damn, that's quite a loser. In few breaths as possible. Pump.fun down 25%, plummeted as a top loser amid meme coin correction. Toncoin down 2%, fell due to ecosystem slowdown. Aptos down 1.5%, dropped amid fading hype. BNB down what? Okay, I'm so sorry. And Polkadot, I don't think I've taken a breath yet, down 1%. Okay, now I know we've lost it. BNB down 1.2%, BNB up 6%. Which is true? You decide. Let me know in the comments below. That is embarrassing. Oh my god. Also, why can't I hide the trivia question? Anyway, let me just read it because this is going so great. What is the name of the Bitcoin upgrade activated in 2021 that introduced... Bro, This is really, really bad. Really, really bad. Okay, because nobody's watching, I'm just going to go ahead and put this on here because look how bad this is. What is the name of the Bitcoin upgrade that introduced Taproot? Taproot! Thanks, Grok. You're doing great, kid. Keep it up. All right, I'll do better tomorrow. I'm going to get up early, unlike today, and get some news stories pulled up, and we're going to watch the stock market open up. I'll be on at 9 a.m. tomorrow. So let's continue here with our market analysis. Hopefully you're not too dissuaded by all of this. I'm going to check in on Grok because that's just embarrassing. It's horrible. But anyway, we'll move on here. We will move on with our lives and everything will be just fine as the music ends. All right, right now we are looking at $118,063.53. What do you think of that? You gotta let me know. It was looking like we were gonna pump, right? So where's midnight? This is midnight, leading in, right? All yesterday afternoon. Look at that, boom, boom, boom. That right there, that big candle, that was promising. That looked pretty promising. That looked like we were about to pump, and it wanted to pump. And you can see our volume is pretty flat. So volume and the moving average on the volume is pretty flat. So now you can see our moving average is moving up a little bit. So that's good. That's indicating hopefully that we're getting some inflows here. And our ribbon flipped down, but we're starting hopefully to turn it back around. All right, let's take a look at our beloved ADA. Oh, poor ADA, dropping down 78 cents, 78.79 to be exact. And of course, volume, the moving average of the volume just kind of staying right in that little lane right there. All right, let's just search through. Can I go and make this bigger? Can I go to home and see my watch list bigger? Can I just see this bigger? Open list? Nope. Nope, it's gonna have to stay over there, I guess, because I don't know what the heck I'm doing. There we go. Let's get rid of that for now. All right, so you can see here stocks today a little bit sideways, not too much up or down. A little bit down the Dow Jones, a little bit up on the Nasdaq, pretty much sideways for the S&P and the, what is this, Vanguard, I believe. Vanguard, what is it? Vanguard S&P ETF, sideways. All right, Apple sideways, Rhythm sideways, Tesla up $10 just about. Gold up $5, silver down 5 cents, otherwise sideways. Oil down 23 cents, pretty much sideways. So we had a little sideways day. You know what's happening? We've got a couple of things happening. We've got the interest rate decision happening on Wednesday. So I think markets are just kind of like uncertain, and as soon as something comes out, it'll be off to the races or down in the trenches. But I don't think, I think we've gone down enough, don't you? I feel like it's time to go up. That's what I would like. All right, ADA. We looked at Algorand sideways. Bitcoin Liquid Index caught up, basically. Interesting. It's higher than the price. The price is down $300. The hash rate is down a little bit. E-Gold sideways. Ethereum Classic sideways. H-Bar sideways. And ICP sideways. All right, let's take a look at some numbers here, over here. Oh yeah, oh yeah, oh yeah. All right, everything pretty much going down just a little bit. All right, let's look at the overall market. We are holding on to greed for dear life. There it is. And we're trending more towards Bitcoin season ever so slightly. We're at 40, and our Bitcoin dominance has not moved. Oh my goodness. All right, let's look at our mining sentiment. Of course I have to log in. Why wouldn't I have to log in? It's not like I do this every day or anything. It's okay, at least we got the music going. I'm just gonna rip through this. I spent a lot of time on X today, but we don't have to look at all of the things. All right, so addresses, taking a spin up. Let's refresh this because I just logged in. That's not what we want. We are looking for... Oh, that's not great. What was it? Mining... mining difficulty. That's what it was. There's a plethora of things that we could look at. I've just chosen these to look at. Okay, mining difficulty. We could look at some revenue, I think. Like if they're in mining revenue versus hash rate. Oh, versus yearly average. Nope, can't get that one. Block, nope, can't get that one. Nope. Okay, some of these I can't get because I have to pay for it. ASIC fleet. Ooh, power consumption. Ooh, we can look at that one. What is this? Oh, that's cool. What are we looking at here? This is a new one. Okay. Ooh, hydro miner. Hash rate. Okay, so hash rate is in gold. Price in USDT. Okay, so from the top we've got the Bitcoin price, the hash rate, S9, S17, S19. I wish I could see some other miners, but you know, hey, whatever. What is this? How far back is this? Okay, so this is pretty much the last week or so. Okay, interesting. Global power consumption, basically. With the ASIC fleet. That's an interesting one. Device count. Okay, can we see this one? Hey, look at us go. All right, look at that. So device count. Oh, these are... Okay, so Antminer apparently is all anybody cares about, but I don't. I'm a Canon guy. Okay, so there we go. We're gonna watch the mining stuff. Ooh, what's this? Oh, look at that. Well, that's an interesting graph. Blocks mined. Alright, anyway, let's move on with this lovely bossa nova. Okay, so that's cool, okay? So you can see how consistent, how many blocks were mined. I have a feeling this is when ASIC miners were introduced. Bitcoin's price was non-existent right there. Oh, as soon as it went live, basically, and it had a price, we mined... This is interesting. Where are we at? 200? No, it goes up to 700 here. I can't get my cursor on it, but anyway. So this is cool. This is cool. So as you can see, the market, or the, what am I looking for? The network has stabilized. Look how stable it is, basically. Look how stable it is. Ooh, block size. Can we see that? Yes, we can. All right, the blocks have been getting bigger and bigger and bigger, which is kind of self-explaining. Not self-explaining, but explaining why it's taking so long for me to get my Bitcoin node paired up and synced up with the network. All right, let's see. I'm assuming nothing's happened. Nothing has happened. All right, is anything happening here? Doesn't look like it. And guess what? Nothing's happening here. Same story, same story. All right, so we will take a look at some things tomorrow. Tomorrow morning, maybe we'll get some interesting stuff going on. Cash App, Coinbase, 169. So we'll watch all this stuff develop. Let's see what the real news is. Why did Vine crypto price skyrocket 90% today? I don't know. I do not know. Let's just see Bitcoin. That's really all I care about. Solo miner strikes Bitcoin gold. I think there were actually 2 solo mining blocks mined recently. So that gives me so much hope. You know, I asked for Bitcoin news and they're showing me Solana news. You know what? No, that's not what I asked for. Bitcoin slips. Crypto funds inflows. Is Bitcoin losing momentum after failing to break 119,000 again? I don't know. Cycle top may arrive. The Bitcoin cycle top may arrive by late August as MVRV nears peak zone. Crypto quant. Okay. So you kind of have to take an average of your indexes or whatever it is that you're using to check the top and see if we're at the top yet or whatever. Like you have to average them out and take a couple of different ones. You can't just rely on one of them. All right. Oh, I'm getting some BAT token. That's what that means. All right, so I will go through these and pull up some stories for tomorrow for the live stream. Oh, I didn't pull up X. Let's go to X. And we'll just briefly look at X. This is just a quick little market update here. I've been really active on X lately, so you might just see me in the comments of something. I've been commenting, I've been getting more followers, so who knows, hopefully. So Coinbase CEO Brian Armstrong tells one of the largest podcasts on the planet, Bitcoin is the internet of money, that's for sure. Isn't it crazy how people won't give 5 years of discipline for 50 years of freedom, but they will sacrifice 5 years of pleasure for 50 years of suffering? I think what they're saying is you can't sit still for 5 years and stack sats for the rest of your life to be financially free. But you will sacrifice your retirement, right? They're expecting 5 years of retirement. Come on now. For 50 years of suffering, right? You're going to work all your life to enjoy maybe 5 years. If you're lucky. Some people, I've heard stories of people dying like as soon as they retire, which is horrible. So that's why I enjoy Bitcoin. I would like to retire, within the next 10 years. I'll give it 10 years. I'm still going to be working. I'm still going to be fixing pianos, but I won't have monthly monetary problems. $9 trillion in funds entering Bitcoin doesn't mean that $9 trillion market cap. They would have to be able to buy it all over the counter, which they cannot. Market cap would be much, much larger. That's interesting. $9 trillion of retirement funds are soon coming to Bitcoin. Everything's going to start piling on. The next couple months are going to be boom, straight up. So I hope you're ready. Hope you got your bags packed. All right, now this lit a fire in me because I actually discovered this. If you've been following my music channel, I went in here and you can see it right here. You can see, let's go to my songs, and you can see these are my these are the prompts for the songs. So when I have just words, those are basic prompts. But then I actually discovered through Refusion by looking at some of the featured songs. I saw a featured song and I saw the script or the prompt for it was written in a weird style that I didn't understand, and it turns out to be a JSON script, right? So JSON prompting is the most underrated AI skill of 2025. It turns your large language models into consistent structured agents. No hallucinations, no mess. So I'm going to be playing around a little bit more with that. I'm not a coder per se. I can do it, but it's not the easiest thing in the world for me to do. But basically you do something like this, right? You set up basically what you're asking for, very concise in a script like language. So if you tap into this and start using JSON as you are coming up with your prompts for your AI, you're going to notice more pinpointed accuracy in your prompts. I just started doing it today after I read this. I was like, wow, that's incredible. And I was like, oh, I was doing that to create music, but why not use it to create whatever else I'm trying to create? So the task, summarize this article. The audience, college students. The length, 100 words. The tone, curious. And so you set up all these parameters and it actually understands it better. They don't understand language the way we do. They follow patterns and structures. JSON is ultra structured. It leaves no ambiguity. They don't have to guess what you mean. You're telling them exactly what you want. Right? Write a tweet. Dopamine detox. Viral. Under 280 characters. So if you can see here, if you just ask it for words, you get this. But if you put in the JSON prompt, you actually get something a little different. So play around with that. The people who understand how to really get what they want out of AI are the ones who are going to own the future. And I'm one of them. Are you? All right, Cardano. This is I love these little charts. I use one of these for like musical genres throughout the year, and I've seen one for like popular video game consoles and things like that. So this is pretty cool. I like this. Cardano is one of the only crypto assets to remain in the top 15 by market cap since launch. All right, so it's been up there. It's just been up there. This is by market cap. All right, PayPal now accepts Bitcoin. I didn't think that was new. I thought they already accepted Bitcoin. Say this. Repeat after me. I deserve to be rich. I deserve to be rich. Okay, let's see. This is just funny. If you've ever owned a printer, you know this is true. Rage Against the Machine never specified what type of machine they were furious with, but I reckon it was probably a printer. Is it me, or have printers just gotten worse over the last 20 years? Printers used to actually, say it with me, print. They used to just print. When you wanted to print, it printed. But now you can't buy a printer that prints. I'm sorry, what am I paying for? And why am I paying for like a teaspoon of ink for you to not print? And I spent $100 on ink and $100 on the printer. And oh, by the way, you can get a subscription for the teaspoon of ink. ADA under $1 is a fantastic buy. That's what I've been saying. If your average buy is 25 cents, great. I think mine is pretty low. I've been buying since 2 cents. But I haven't, I think my cost basis is something higher because I've just been buying the whole time. But if you're DCAing, dollar cost averaging, on the way up to $3 and selling between 5 and 10, you're accumulating and making way more than being good with a 0.25 average. Accumulating more is the game here. Everything is a win if you sell above what you buy it for, that's for sure. Ray Dalio, billionaire fund manager, recommends all portfolios should have a 15% allocation to Bitcoin and gold. This is literally me. And remember, anytime I see a Lord of the Rings meme, you got me. Or Star Trek, you got me. Good old Strider. Me listening to a couple of normal people talking about cryptocurrency. All right. Yeah, we saw this. Silver. Bitcoin overtook the silver market cap. I don't know what the fuss is all about here. I just heard something on my Discord. What happened here? Still live. Yup. Mr. Butters coming on in. I was like, I just heard something on the Discord. What was it? Let's see. Yo, what's up, Mr. Butters? How we doing? Who's this? Sydney Sweeney or whatever? I don't know, but that would be some good marketing, I guess. I don't know. I don't follow any. X is really the only place I get my news. And so I see something and I'm like, popular culture references, any of like the Marvel movies, I'm like, I don't know. I have no idea what you're talking about. I'm a musician. All I do is practice. Okay, so like, leave me alone. I don't know. Okay, some Michael Saylor stuff. I'm pretty much getting ready to get off here, but okay. $250,000 ADA for free, but you have to give up red meat for the rest of your life. Let's see if there's any comments by anybody under the name of HODL Harmony. Oh, look, there it is. Not worth it. The meat will help me live longer. Love you, ADA. I'll buy my own ADA, thank you. And my own steak, I should have said. 5 people have seen that. No. Basically. Oh, that's funny. Decisions. Suppose it would be better than getting bitten by a Lone Star tick and then getting that meat allergy? Oh my god, no way. That is a beautiful, looks like a little ribeye or something. Beautiful. Cardano has 100% uptime. Yeah, not worth it at all, says Mr. Butters. Cardano has 100% uptime and has never had a major hack. If blockchains were airplanes, Cardano is the plane you'd want aboard. How's the sound? I turned up the gain so I don't have to be right on top of my microphone. Does it sound okay? Because I'm just vibing. I'm just standing back here. And what do we think of the not using a background? It was just kind of like in the way and it wasn't filling up the whole background. So I was just like, you know what? Let's leave it. What's that? Another Lord of the Rings meme? Okay, you got me. Take some profits, Isildur. Sell it. No. That's the thing. You got to have your bag that you're never going to sell, right? That's your collateral for future lending and things like that. But then, okay, sound is perfect. That's great. Good to know. You got to hear some of these new songs. I made some new songs. Let's get to the synthwave one. I've been making some new songs. I made like 3 or 4 new songs yesterday, and I just put one up to get published on Spotify. And I have learned, the background looks great. Yeah, it's just me. It's just me in my room. It's not distracting a little bit. You can see my laundry back there, but that's all right. Usually I got my Bitcoin pillow propped up, but anyway. So I've learned that I have to publish a different version of the song than the one that I play in the background of my videos. Otherwise I get copyrighted on my own music, on my own video, which is really crazy. It doesn't negatively impact my videos, but it's just annoying. So I've just I publish one version and then I play the next version on my show. So the Vice President of the United States says Bitcoin is a better store of value than anything, I'm assuming. What a time to be alive. Another solo block found. See, this is what I was talking about earlier. 2 in a week. Let's go. And of course, they're all solo CK pool. People. I'm looking at you, people. Listen, it's so easy to set up a node. Uh-oh, okay. Let me show you something, okay? This is a little mini PC that I bought. It's a mini PC. It's tiny. It's not a Raspberry Pi. It's significantly more powerful than a Raspberry Pi. It's just a tiny little computer. It fits right in the palm of my hand. It's a little baby. I love computers so much, by the way. So much, in fact, I'm going for an IT job on Wednesday, so wish me luck. Okay? But yeah, so this is a mini computer. Okay, this came with Windows, unfortunately, but it's Windows and I didn't have to pay for it, so I kept it. But I can literally pop off the bottom, swap out the memory, the SSD, excuse me. I'm going for an IT job. I can swap out the SSD and install Linux if I wanted to. I prefer Linux, of course, but it came with Windows, so I was like, you know what, let's just use it. But thank you. But basically, with a something like this, or something like a Raspberry Pi, basically the same price. Actually, that's cheaper than a Raspberry Pi, and it's more powerful. But for something less than $200, you can run a node, and with that, you can install, like if I were to take an SSD and I were to flash Umbrel OS on the SSD, I would now have a plug and play node that would just run on there, right? It would be very easy to do. And so if I were solo mining, if these people were solo mining to their own node, they would get all the rewards instead of paying some $7,000 or $8,000 to CK Pool. I mean, good for CK Pool. They're making some money every block that they get. You know, that's $16,000 that they made this week with 2 blocks, basically. But like, you could save that, and for $200, you could just do it yourself. And maybe 2 weeks of your time. I mean, mine's taking a lot longer. I really don't know why. I think it's because the Raspberry Pi that I'm using is a little bit older. but I don't know. But basically, you could do it all yourself and save $8,000. Something just fell. All right. These scam coins are getting crazy. Someone just shilled me a 27 trillion in circulation, unlimited supply cap, only one node, 25% supply minted in the last 6 months, 1% of holders own 30%. It's called USD or something. I'm gonna pass because it sounds awful. You're right, it does sound awful. Okay, let's see if we got this. Is this a thread? All right, so let's end on this. There we go, about 45 minutes. In light of recent events, I thought I'd compile a short list of cold storage best practices. In no particular order, not financial advice, not a product endorsement, and do your own research as always. So, Sats Daddy, let's get into it. Never ever put your seed phrase on an internet-connected device. Your seed phrase should only ever interact with a hardware signing device. Separate your stack not by UTXOs, not just by UTXOs, but by wallets or seed phrases. If you have 5 Bitcoin, you might use 2 separate wallets with 2.5 Bitcoin. Interesting. Or 3, 1, and 1. This limits exposure if one wallet is compromised. That's really good. If using multisig, back up not only the seed phrases, but also the derivation pass. We got to get into all of that. But anyway, you need more than just keys to reconstruct a multi-sig wallet. For single sig with large values, consider secret sharing. I don't know what that means. Split up your seed into multiple shares, requiring a threshold to recover it. Useful for geographic or social distribution. In multisig, use different brands, models of signing devices. Cold Card, Jade, Passport. It reduces single vendor risk. Always use your signing devices in an air-gapped mode. QR codes, micro SD cards, NFC. Never use USB connected unless absolutely necessary. Stamp your seeds and recovery info into durable materials like steel or titanium. Oh, I just put them away. They were right here. I got those. Let me show you. We got an engraving pen. We got a steel. It's like a business card, but you know, it works. I could really bend it if I really wanted to, but it's not bending that well. This one, I could probably bend it if I really wanted to, but this one really is thick. It's about 1/8 of an inch thick. That one's titanium. This one's steel. Listen. Oh yeah, cold hard titanium and cold hard steel. All right, pre-generate your receive addresses, blah, blah, blah. So there's a whole bunch of stuff in here you can read through. Let's see, anything else? Yep, that's the end, quite literally the end. Hey, why don't we, just pick a random picture to end it on? Just completely random, absolutely random. All right, anyway, so I hope you enjoyed this edition of HODL Harmony, where the beat of the blockchain meets the rhythm of riches. I hope that your bags are packed and you are ready for the crypto wave that should be incoming imminently. Ooh, there we go. Here's a new one. We're getting out on a new one. Oh, by the way, I have some really cool items coming in. Some merch. I guess it's merch, but I just bought it for me. As soon as I get monetized, I can sell them to you too. But right now, I got some really cool items coming in. So get excited. Get excited. Are you excited? You should be excited. But for right now, I got a cool new sticker that I'm going to put on my car. It's significantly bigger than the last one. Look at that. But anyway, it looks pretty cool. That's HODL Harmony. I wonder where I should put it other than my car. I don't know. Something. We'll find a spot for it. But anyway, I hope you had a great night. And thanks for sharing some of your time with me, Tom Durante, the Maestro. Butters is excited. I got some cool stuff coming. Anyway, so let's have ourselves a great night. If you want to help out humanity, I love when things time out with the music. It's so fun. If you want to help out humanity in our mission of evolution, there's a couple of things I'll ask of you. Number 1, be patient with yourself. The person in the mirror is truly the only person who matters. I guess I could wait to clean up my desk until after I'm done streaming. Number 2, be respectful of other people, even if they don't deserve it. And then light up with the music again. How does that happen? Number 3, be honorable to all earthlings, big and small. And number 4, as always, your body is mostly water. Stay hydrated and get your daily dose. If you want to help out the channel, the HODL channel, the HODL Bitcoin channel, the HODL Bitcoin, be your own bank is what the bottom says, but it's way down there, and I'm short, so I don't think I can get up there for you to see it. But it says HODL Bitcoin, be your own bank. That's the instructions that you must live by every day. And dance. Dancing is great for you. Anyway, if you want to help out the channel in our mission of growth, and of course, growing, we are doing. Let's see, did we grow? Nope, we pretty much stayed the same, but that's okay. Growing, we are doing. There we are. 5,905 subscribers. That's us. That is you and I. Us, us together. You can do a couple of things. Number 1, hit that like button. Number 2, smash the subscribe. Number 3, poke the notification bell so you get notified whenever I put out new content. Number 4, share the show with everyone you know. That'll help us grow. A little bossa nova. A couple other things. You can join the conversation on Discord. Maybe I should just always dance at the end of the stream. Dance my way out. Number 6, join the Patreon. It is by far the best way to support me as an individual artist and creator. So get on there, check it out, and if you join the Discord, you can get 2 months free. What better deal could there be? Man, I am full of rhymes today. All right, if you've done all those things, and I know you haven't, I'm watching you. But once you do all those things, you can do one more thing for the multiverse, for the universe, for the galaxy itself, for the solar system and the planet, now that we're down to Earth, for the country, the community, your city, your block, your street, your house, and your room. The most important thing that you should do for yourself and all of the other people included in that statement is have a great night, and I will try my very best to see you in the morning. 9 o'clock sharp, be there. Or don't. Good night. That's a good outro. What outro? The dancing? I'll catch you on the Discord. Be there or don't. You like that? I don't know. I'm just having fun over here. Good night, everyone.